Hello and welcome. I am Raziel, and today it is Heresy Thursday, and I think today it's not a good video. It's not a that positive video. I'm going to start off positive, but this is as good as it's going to get, and it's not going to get any better than this. And today we got announced the new dreadnought. So a dreadnought drop pods. And again, these look really good. They are a lot bigger than the normal drop pods. They look fantastic. They look well made. They look like the full scale size but shrunk. They have the same detail and they're really good. I like them. I think they're great. You can put in your Contemptors, Leviathans, Dardios. They're great models. They look really, really good. I have absolutely zero issue with them. And each box, like the normal ones, contains 4 dreadnoughts, 4 drop pods. And they can be either there to put in your dreadnoughts, or they can be shield generators, okay? Again, I think they're pretty good, they look good, and I can't really make a complaint about them. They look nice, okay? And they look good, and I can't really, that's the problem. I can't speak any more on this other than that. And this, to me, is the sign of the times for Epic, and it is such a shame. Now, I was going to do Epic, and I was thinking about doing it. But the entire timing of its release makes it very difficult for me to say that it's worth getting. As my channel has always been predominantly trying to save people money. It's always been about getting the most for your money based on a casual gaming, not anything narrative, mostly narrative, not anything matched or tournament, for fun games. It's what my videos have always, I try to maintain a financial aspect. The hobby's expensive, and that's it. And the release of Epic is in such a poor spot, in my opinion, and I will get to it, how bad it is, in a minute. But something like these, and these are great looking models, I really do like them, and out of all the Epic ones, they're probably one of the best. It's actually tempting me to get some drop pods for my Thousand Suns. I mean, like my full-size ones, not the Epic ones. And yeah, like I said, they look good. Alright, can't complain. Now, my first thought when I saw this, with what I'm about to continue saying, was I wish they had announced this in plastic for Horus Heresy Age of Darkness, or Horus Heresy 2.0, that these were full-size plastic models now. That would have been far more exciting for me than seeing them as Epic. Okay? And I'm not joking, that would have been fantastic. I would have been so happy with that. That would have made my day more than this. And the problem is, Epic is coming out next month, like 2 weeks, okay? 2 weeks of release of this video. We will see Epic get a pre-order and be released, okay? The starting box isn't bad, but I don't know, I would say it's good if you're doing it for one army. It's kind of, it does feel one-sided in my opinion for, if you're doing it for 2 different armies. Zerlo Auxiliary is definitely underpowered. So it needs the Warhound Titans. Anyway, my problem with this is it's coming out in November. Now, November is also the time of the Battle Forces. The Battle Forces always take up a huge priority for Games Workshop because they are technically kind of the sale of Games Workshop. It's when they sell a lot of models and a lot of people get their armies really cheap. Well, inexpensively, or with a great saving. Around about 30 to 50% depending on your army. And people are talking about these already. So we're going to get Epic. We might get 2 weeks of a lot of Epic news. Then it's going to be Battle Forces coming out. And that's what people are going to be talking about. And it's not just 40k. It's going to be Age of Sigmar as well. So people are going to be getting their attention diverted away from Epic. And then you got the Christmas period, it's not that long after. So people are spending their money a lot, not just on Warhammer, on other games, other stuff, and everyone else. So money's going to be shorter than usual over the Christmas period. So a new starter game, unless someone's getting it for Christmas, or, they can afford it, that's going to be why they buy it. It's not going to be someone going, I want to start Epic, I'm going to get it now. And, in a month where money is usually dramatically short. And then comes the other problem. After Christmas, in January, February time, there's a big rumour that the Old World's coming out. So the Old World will be coming out, and of course, there'll be very little Epic news. It's all going to be about the old world. We're going to be seeing the new Tomb King stuff. We're going to be seeing the new Bretonian stuff, the rule books, and everything that goes along with that as well. So when Epic drops in like 2 weeks, it's going to have such a short hype period compared to anything else Games Workshop's ever done. I mean, we've seen it go on for months and months. Like, we've seen these models come out like drips and drabs, and they've been kind of all Astartes, and that's one of the biggest problems with Epic. It's been mostly Astartes. We've seen some Solo Auxilia, we've seen some tanks, and some, those smaller artillery pieces, but it's mostly been Astartes, and it's all been Death Guard when it has been Astartes, which means a lot of people have been going, well, I don't do Astartes, I do Custodes, I do Imperial Army, I do Mechanicum. Mechanicum's not too bad because obviously if you want to do with Titans, you have those. And I think Games Workshop wants to probably place its bets on Titanicus and aeronautical players and have them setting the pace of the game and how it grows. But seeing as the hype and the attention it's going to get is going to be bare minimum at best. I can't see it getting a lot. I would love to. I want to be wrong. I really do. I don't want to be correct on this. I like games to do well. I like people playing the games. I like people playing war games because it's a fantastic hobby to get into. It's a great hobby for people who are creative because you get to do lots of painting. It's got a great logical side because you've got the rules and the numbers. That's right. I love these games. I really love it because of the logic behind it. I read the rule books because of the logic. I love going through the rules. I love going through the numbers, doing the maths, doing all that in my head. I find it fantastic. I love it. So when a new game comes out, it gets me excited. I want to get the rule book. Half the time, I might not even want to end up playing the game, right? I just want to read the rule books. I want to do that maths in my head. I love it. So when something like Epic comes out, I'm like, oh my god, this is great. I love this. And then it gets put back for a couple of months, like, okay. And then it gets put in the worst month. November, which is kind of ironic because it's actually originally the 9th month, which is Zinch's number, and is actually very closely related to the number 9 and Zinch. I'm not joking, like, number 9 of Zinch is actually from French of nouvelle, which also means change, and November. There we go. So yes, so the problem I see is that we're going to get, this is just too little too late, right? It really is. We're going to see a couple of weeks of attention to Epic. It's going to be pretty hard. It's going to be pretty heavy. And then it's going to just drop off the face of the earth. It's going to go, we might see something every so often like, oh, we've now got Custodes. And people are like, yeah, we're not interested. We're just going to use 40k. We're just going to play Horus Heresy. Yeah, we can't be bothered with this. Or we're going to be playing the old world. And that's it. So basically, it is in such a bad spot. It's coming out the same month as the Battle Forces. Then almost straight after the Battle Forces and all that, and the Christmas hype, because all the Christmas stuff's coming out as well. Don't forget that. Games Workshop does a lot of Christmas stuff. Ads and calendars, stockings, cards, etc., etc. And then straight after that, we've got the old world. This is such a bad time. This is too little too late, and I'm so upset about it. I'd love this to have done better. It should have been released 2 months ago. It should have kept its original date, and they should have just done their best to get it out. I know things happen, and things don't always go to plan, and that is a shame when it happens. However, I think we're going to see Epic die because of it. This is just... that's it. That's all I can really say about this video now. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you got something out of this video. This is just me getting a lot off my chest, and I think Epic's going to fail. And it's not that I want it to fail. I really don't. I'll be honest with you. But I think it will. It's too close to the old world. It's too close to Christmas. It's not going to get the attention it needs. It's a niche game within a niche hobby alone. So... there you go. Anyway, thank you very much for watching once again. I've already said that, but heidi-ho. Links to Wayland Games if you wish to save money on your Warhammer, Age of Sigmar, Horus Heresy, Imantic, and any other war game you wish to play. I always suggest play a new game because it's always great. You have a table. It's like having an Xbox and only playing Call of Duty. Yep, saved up to 20% off and free delivery after £20. I will say that you don't get discounted on War Cradle stuff because they make War Cradle. Okay, it's the same company. And then you got Forbidden Planet. you know, Strawberry Planet for comics, nerdy stuff, you know, all the fun stuff, comics, games, DVDs, anime, manga, all that cool stuff. That's down below as well. I actually go there quite a lot, actually. And there is my merchandise, my comics, my t-shirts, my everything else. Everyone else does. I do it too because, you know, I like being artistic. Finally, there's Patreon. But as always, if you want to give me money, I won't say no. But I'd rather you go and click one of the other links. Treat yourselves to something nice. And then we both benefit. You get something, I get something. It'll be great for everyone. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day. And I'll speak to you all in the next one.